again. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Space Dice. We just got done
And
talking about things that are not appropriate to talk about with children, but welcome back to another
erectile
episode.
dysfunction.
Our friends here at Space Dice here. The strangest thing happened. They went into a black hole, and lo and behold, they have transferred into a world of fantasy and magic with creatures they have never seen before, and a singing skeleton. It's all very crazy. But while our friends are partaking in this, they come to a little village. They've come to a village, and they've been given lodgings for one night at this basement. Um, but for the time being, we just have a few of our players are a little bit late, so we're gonna just start off with a little bit of role play. Um, let's see. Who's awake? My good friend, Zanar. You have been turned into a small bird. I would say that you are less than a foot in height. You awaken right after a night of rest. Unless did you sleep? Because I you might want to. I'm just pointing out whether or not you did.
I'm trying to find my necklace.
Your necklace. Um.
Oh, the marriage necklace.
Okay. I will say you notice. Okay, you will notice on your chest where the necklace would normally be. There's a discoloration on the feathers around your neck in the shape of the necklace. So, I would say while you're here, there's no chance of you losing it. It's like
Oh, thank God.
it's a part of you right now. So,
Hmm. Also, I have another random question. Is I a pretty bird?
you're you're like a blue jay. You're not an ugly bird by any means. You're a bird. You're like if someone saw you flying by the window, it's like, oh, that's a nice looking bird. It's a blue bird. When you say pretty,
Yay,
I
pretty bird.
I wouldn't say
Is he
that
a
you really
pretty
look
bird
like.
or is he a pretty fat bird?
But
I would say you know how birds can be a little bit chubby but still look pretty. That's the kind of thing you got. You're like a little chub, but you look like a bird.
yes,
So it's like
A
no one's
I
pretty
am
gonna
a
be like
chicken.
blue
that's a
tit
fat bird.
mouse.
Chicken.
I am the shape of a blue tit bird. Mouse. Sorry, wrong name. Blue tit
Blue,
mouse.
blue tits.
It's an actual bird name. Look it up.
I don't want to look it up, and all of a sudden we see
It
just
is a
furry
bird actually.
tits. I don't want
Oh man.
What?
Anyway, let's see. So, you wake up and you see your necklace. You're relieved that it's like technically you're pretty sure that that must be it. I'm gonna say that like after all these you were the only one who rolled well on telling who everybody was back in the, the forest. So I'm gonna let that play forward. What do you see around you? The others
Yes.
sleeping, still sleeping. It's not like really morning yet, but you can hear the
to.
sounds about since you guys are in the basement. You can hear the sounds of people are kind of doing things already, because it's like this kind of place. People wake up early, and they do work. That's the kind of place this is. So, what would you like to do?
I was mine.
Do I have money?
Um,
Money.
nobody has money right now. No. Roll me a perception if you could.
Bullshit. Oh, that's
Hmm.
Not the only person who have. Never mind. Actually,
I know you have
I was
bad
gonna
perception,
say Tim
but
didn't
remember to
read
use your
the.
new sheet. Remember to use the new sheet I've DM'd all of you when you roll
I
perception.
know.
Okay, just double check.
I am aware.
Double wooble.
Yeah.
This
Uh,
lady tried to
uh,
get me to buy a
plus
limoncello
one.
bread pudding, and I was like, "No, I know you're onto something."
This one.
Pudding.
Why isn't it
Oh,
working?
the bot. Okay, the Dice Man bot. I think. Let me see if it's because you didn't type out the full. What the? No, no. What? Keyboard. Let me check. Okay, yeah. So it's you got to put slash, and when you put slash, the icon for roll should pop up. Click on that, and then put the 1d20 plus one.
Oh, so it got changed.
Yeah, the bot. Something happened with the bot. I think they're fixing it, so you have to use slash commands on the dice roller. Or if you want to roll your IRL
Hmm.
dice, you can. There you go.
What?
Oh.
Okay,
Yes.
I did that roll. Okay, Panda, you're on your phone, right? Or are you on your computer?
I rolled a 2.
Dino can roll? I didn't
I
know
was
that.
about to be real.
I'm gonna. If you want to roll again with Dice
Dino.
Maiden, I'm gonna allow that. Put a slash. Click the roll that has the
How?
Dice Maiden logo next to it instead.
I'm not getting it.
Are you on the phone or computer?
Phone.
Okay, on your phone, in the chat, go press slash, and a bunch of things should pop up.
I don't have permission to use any commands from Dice Maiden.
Ooh,
Huh.
Dice Man put you on probation.
Why?
Give me a second.
No.
Okay, it could
What
be.
the fuck?
Fuck
That
what?
does not make sense.
I got it.
Do you have your real dice? Do you want to just roll your real dice for now, or do you want to use Roll20? Because we will be using Roll20.
Fine.
Like you can use Roll20 if you want.
I'll get up off my seat. I'll get out of bed and actually participate for once. Damn.
Yay!
So you've been in bed for all these sessions and wondering why you keep falling asleep.
Yes. Shut up. I know my problems.
It's like we got him out. We got him out, ladies and
Where's,
gentlemen. Mission
where's those
successful.
goddamn dice? All the way, grab my freaking dice bag and find the right cube.
I love that the only time you've had trouble finding it is when you are looking
That's
for it.
not 20 plus 1, 21.
Oh, net 20? Okay, so like you immediately notice that there are some coins in the actually with that nat 20. My goodness. With the perception. Wow. Okay, not only do you notice that the skeleton has slept here with you guys and has a couple coins, you notice there's silver coins in his pocket, you look up and you can kind of pick out the sounds of people walking above you. Like the footsteps are almost like doing like an echolocation thing for you right now. Like your hearing has never been this
Wait,
good.
is he?
And I disrobe.
You disrobe.
So you're just
I
a
wonder,
bare
does
bird.
he see Skyar?
I will say
and
if you
Alice?
disrobe,
I
does that
never-
include your items?
Yes.
Okay, so keep in mind then
So
that
I
means
just
you have
look
no
like
items
normal
on
bird.
you. All right.
And I do it.
What do you disrobe and what do you go do? Do you go up out of the basement?
My father walked in when you said that.
Hi, sir. How are you?
Oh, he's long gone now.
Aww. I was gonna say hello.
He was like, "Fuck no." Wow.
I just imagine him walk in. Oh, are you gonna disrobe
you're gonna
for
have to
us? And
explain
he's just
that
like,
so much later. Oh no.
That's a
The
discussion.
worst
just
part
imagine-
is I'm shirtless.
Bruh.
what's worse is he probably hears Frog's voice.
That's true. He
Just
knows
better
my
yet.
voice.
No, better
He
yet.
knows my voice.
You gotta
he's
Yeah.
like, I will let boys be boys. I'm out of here. He just walks away.
call it. It's
Oh, God.
raining fellas.
No.
Yes.
No.
This is not the time for that.
The
song.
boys coming now, like the sky
No.
is their closet. I'll
I'm
get you.
going
Well-
to shoot you. All of you. Well, okay. Lesson no guns.
Anyway.
I'll shoot at you and probably miss. But point is, you disrobe, and what do you decide to do?
Though.
I'm going to act like a normal bird and
Okay.
try and steal some coins by
Okay.
poking at their coin pouches.
Give me a second.
Perfect.
Ooh. Roll me some stealth checks if you could, or a sleight of hand actually, because you're using classic D&D sheets. Oh boy.
You know,
Maybe make a couple other.
hearing
Oh,
Zenara
come
saying
on,
he's
man.
gonna
Ooh,
derobe, and then Frog going, ooh, ooh,
how,
does
how
not
many?
make his point
Shush.
better.
Moving forward,
How
Panda.
many?
What did you
How many?
roll? I need you to roll me
No,
3
how
sleight of
many?
hands.
Hold up. I need my other 2 dice for this.
All right.
I don't
Good
know. This
lord.
night just got more kinkier.
I
we,
know.
and we are moving on.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Moving on. Go ahead, brother. You know, not by blood, but brother. Familial relation
Brother from
practically.
another mother. It's a brother from another mother, but they both got the same father. God
Okay,
up in
that's
heaven.
a 14 plus 8, a 13 plus 8, and a 6 plus 8. So that's a 14,
Okay.
a 21,
Okay.
a 26.
26. Okay, 26, 21, and a 14. One fail, 2 successes. So I'm going to say you managed to pilfer a gold coin off one person, another gold coin off another person, but you try to sneak something from this goblin that's just walking down the road, and they see you. He's like, how you tried to steal money from Gobber? He swings at you. Does a 16 hit you?
Wait, I don't have my clothing on. What was my? Oh God, yes. Even
16.
with my clothing on, I have an AC of 13.
Ooh, so yeah,
Oh.
that's gonna be 3 hit points of damage. He basically, that it's not like a hard hit, but you're a bird, so it kind of hits harder than you're not expecting to get hit this hard normally because you're usually a big beetle creature, but you're small and you're
Wait,
thinking this goblin whacks you in the face and walks off angry.
is the goblin the one that's next to this house, or?
No, this is a different, just some random goblin you stole from. This gal, this goblin, she does like see this. Uh, like she didn't see the first 2 you stole from, but at the last one, like there was a bit of commotion as the goblin walks off, and she crosses her hands across her chest, and she's like, "Well, I'll be. That's not the nicest thing to be doing, you know." He's like, "You ought to be more careful. Stealing coins from folks ain't the nicest thing."
I try and play it off of caw, caw.
So,
Mhm.
Roll deception.
what are you trying to play right now? I know for a fact I saw you just walk in here with your friends. I'm the one who gave you guys lodging.
Fuck.
But I can play a game as long as you don't play it too suspiciously. All right. Now it looks around and says, "All right, little birdie, you go and fly off and do your own thing."
I leave a gold coin and I fly off.
Okay, cool. Make sure that the coins I'm telling you to, don't forget to add them to your inventory. And
Well,
let's.
now,
Hmm?
so I have 1 gold coin.
One gold coin
Where do I
and
put that?
uh, just put it in your inventory. Like go to the scroll down. There should be where your items and stuff are, and just put that there. But yeah, you look around. It's still early. People are just starting off their days. On these people should all be. They're all in the basement of this building. So let me put Atlas, Skyora, hold on,
I
Emmett.
was gonna say, Panda, you see where like where your equipment is on the sheet?
Mm-hmm.
So where you see the numbers, like saying a whole bunch of zeros, right next to it you see CP, SP, EP, GP, PP.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where you put
Yeah,
the
GP is
gold
gold.
coin is GP, so that's where you put.
Yeah, SP is silver. CP I think is copper, and PP is platinum.
Yeah.
Platinum. We got platinum here?
Yep.
Yeah.
Dude,
We got a
American
whole lot.
Express, let's
Hey, we got
go.
a whole lot of PP.
Wait, what does
I
isn't
knew he was going to
EP
do that.
what is EP?
I have no idea what EP is. Probably,
EP.
we'll say it's ethereal coins. I don't know. Anyway, so you guys,
Ether point.
let's see. Okay, so you have a gold coin on you still. So just so you know, 1 gold coin is 100 silver coin. When you give her the gold coin, she picks it up and she like gnaws on it to make sure it's real and goes, Wait a minute, did y'all say you didn't have any money last night?
I just slowly, just like do that weird bird walking backwards thing.
You like
Oh
hop
my
backwards.
goodness. Zenar, you're gonna get us all in trouble.
She shrugs. It's like, well, I already gave them the basement for the night anyway. So she goes back. She starts cleaning the table, or whatever. Do you head out of the building?
Ooh, you're right.
Yeah. Wait, no, I
Oh,
go back for my clothes and then go out.
okay, cool. You go and get your clothes and you head out. The general vibe.
Put my
Actually,
hood up now that I'm a thief.
gotcha. Could you roll me real quick an insight check, actually, as you exit this tavern?
Roll a what?
Insight.
Or peanut butter.
Insight. Oops, +4.
Ooh.
Boobs.
That one, I lost that one.
Oh, what'd you roll?
That's an 8. 4 is 12.
12?
Because I lost my other leg.
Oh, gotcha. So you'll never see that one
Yeah.
again. So 12. I will
I don't know what
say.
that one was. Oh, the one that rolled on the floor was a 2, by the way.
Good thing you took your 8 then. So at 12, you you go out, you put your hood up. No one really, bats an eye. It's kind of weird to see an Aarakocra out here, but they're not really paying attention. But they go about their business, and you walk out there. The general vibe, you notice that it's not just dark this morning because it's like just early. It's also a very cloudy day, and so like the nights are longer when it's cloudy. So as you walk out, there's plenty of shade, mostly from the clouds. It's still a bit dark. It kind of feels like a has this like almost gray feel to it. But the vibe you're getting from the villagers right now is like preparation for something in a sense. The guards seem to be a little bit more antsy. You see them like they're checking their armor more often, their weapons. A lot of people like are coming outside to get something and are immediately going back inside. Um, but there's not a lot of people out here right now. Like there's villagers, but they seem to be kind of in a rush to get done
Hmm.
with stuff.
It kind of just, you know, do a little scope around the town.
Okay. Um,
Find your son.
you gonna just look around, take a look around stuff. Is there anything in particular that you're looking for?
Well, we're still looking for Stanley, correct?
That is true. Roll
Yes.
me investigation.
Very well.
Excuse me.
Microwave.
Investigation.
Investigación.
Oh, well, that was 20.
And dirty 20?
Plus 2 is 22.
Oh, nat 20.
No.
Okay. So you look
Never
around
knew.
and almost immediately pick up. They're a bit smeared now, like from people's panel, and they might be a couple days old too. Is footprints, black footprints. Now you remember that you do recall the discussion from yesterday when Tila was talking to the goblin lady, and some of the other people mentioning, and you
I wasn't
asking.
paying attention.
Oh, you weren't paying attention, but you did ask a guard, I believe. You were talking to somebody else, and they did tell you that there was a boy that was in town for a bit and just kind of disappeared, and that his like in all anyone really saw of him was that his body seemed like she said black, and then the person you were talking to like said black, and then they like corrected it. It's like not like just black. Like I'm talking like even when the light was shining on them, kind of black. Like you see these footprints, they are unnaturally black in the dirt. Like they are not making like the surface they're on isn't it just has no reflection practically. It's like you're looking at void prints. Is the best way I can
Ooh,
describe it.
Vanta Black.
So, just like a black hole child.
It's
Vanta Black.
well,
Vanta Black.
perhaps it seems that way. The person was small at least.
Hmm. I think I'm going to, I think I'm gonna try
Look
and
at those
fall.
hands. Look at those
Oh, you're
black
gonna try. You're
vans.
gonna try ahead. Go ahead and
I'm
follow
gonna
it.
try. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
With my little pitter patter.
Okay, with your little pitter patter,
Pitter
people
patter.
kind of just see a bird pitter pattering, but they're not really paying attention to you. They've got their own things to take care of at the moment. With that, in that 20 investigation, you go ahead and you're like traveling down, like following
Wait, is
this
he naked?
pathway. No, he put his robes. He got his stuff back on. He's got his like hoodie and everything,
I
or his
put my
hood. He looks like a little bird where like
Okay.
people are seeing the feet, so he's just a little bird in a hood. Like, are you walking or are you doing that thing that birds do where they kind of hop?
It's a bit of both.
A bit of
Bit
both.
of
Like it's
both.
like a skip. It's like
Like if I'm trying to
Like this.
Flying
like-
by.
Oh no! Even better, even better.
Let me see the gifs y'all are sending right now, bro.
more like that.
Oh
I
my
love
goodness.
it.
He's full tilt running. So you,
Like-
I will say during this time, like you're not like that aware of anything going on around you. So you take off, and I will say, oh man, Roll 20 is lagging so badly. You kind of take off down the road, and okay, are you like concentrated on these footprints, like to find out where they go?
What?
How
You kind of glitched
are
there.
you concentrated on these footprints to find out where they go?
Kind of see footprints, checking my surroundings, see how far I am from the village. Just kind of like owl head swivel. Even
when
though
you,
I am
when
a
you
blue jay.
when you do this, you realize you are outside of the village, and actually we're heading into the woods right now. Not back the way you came, but into the woods, like a different part of the woods right now.
What?
Do you hear that?
What was that?
Oh,
Sorry.
sorry. Did I glitch out?
No,
No problem.
I didn't hear anything for like a good couple.
No problem. Gotcha. You follow the
Hello.
footprints. Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you.
Cool.
It's just like every now and then your mic glitches, or like it did what it did earlier, which was kind of skip a word.
Okay. I'm gonna do something. All right.
In my case, it's either it's silence or you're not talking on my side. But
Okay.
it was just like for a good couple seconds, nothing.
Okay. Then what I'm gonna do? There is gonna be a battle today, but because of this problem, I'm gonna have to say the battles are. I'm not gonna be able to do them in Roll 20. I just can't. My computer can't handle streaming and Roll 20. Like, not even the internet thing. It's just my computer's heating up. So,
Yay, theater of the mind.
you're gonna have to. Yeah, the battles will have to be theater of the mind. I will keep a log of things on my end to make sure things function. Let me just open on my phone real quick a new note.
This is this is Zanar when he catches a clue of footprints. Oh, I'm getting close.
Okay.
I'm getting close.
I'm getting closer and
Aw.
closer. I'm going to find what I need. Anyway, so you make your way to you find when you swivel your head, you notice that you are outside of the village and you're about to enter the woods.
Oh, there it goes again.
I
You
went again.
notice you.
I lost again. Okay. Hello.
Yeah, I think the roll 20 is a bit much.
I have Roll 20
for your
closed already.
computer. Oh.
Anyways, continue. Can you
Okay.
just repeat what
I'm
you
going
said?
to speak. I'm going to speak slowly and in increments. That might help. So,
Okay.
so when you look
Save
around,
yourself.
you notice You are outside of the village and about to enter the woods. The footprints go into the woods.
Okay, I'm out.
Mm.
Okay,
What do you do? Do you keep going?
go into the woods. Uh,
Into
sure.
the woods.
Cool.
No, not that.
Birds
That's
and
a
R walks into the woods. We're gonna go back a little bit, and Tila and Skyora, both of you roll me a d20.
Well, Skyer is still asleep.
15, okay.
2!
A 2, okay. Definitely, Tila, you awaken first.
And I open my eyes. I should have Pog cuddled with me. What am I looking at right now besides Pog? My
Um,
my 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 poor little Pog.
Pog is like
Must
sleeping
protect
very fine. He's like, you hear a little,
my precious little guy.
he gives off a little toot in his sleep.
Oh my gosh, so adorable.
Cooing noises, fart. Cooing noises, farts more.
Wow.
You
gonna go
so he's laying
Okay.
there. What
Okay.
what exactly do he's sleeping soundly, but as you like awaken, actually I'll roll a d20. Let me see. Okay. So he wakes up shortly after you do. What do you decide to do?
With Pog?
Well, what do you do? Yeah, Pog is
So who's
awakened.
awake?
You and Pog are awake.
Well, let's go get some breakfast, Pog. And then she's gonna check to see if Mike is awake. Or if he's still sleeping.
He's awake. He wakes up as well. He gives one of those huge dog yawns, like.
Oh, that's so adorable. Oh
I'm
my
not.
gosh, I'm
I'm not
gonna rub
adorable.
his belly.
I'm not.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh god. Chewbacca!
Full on Chewbacca yawn. And you okay? So you do this. You rub his belly, and he's like, "Oh wait, okay, that actually feels pretty good." No, wait, no, stop. We have mission.
He goes, well, good morning to you too. Did you sleep well?
Yes, I slept very well. He kind of slept against your like left thigh, so
Oh.
He's
Oh.
like, I slept very well.
I slept very well. Wait, no, his voice is more high pitched. I slept very well.
Let's go get some. And she takes him and goes and takes Pog on her shoulder and goes, "Want to go find some breakfast?"
He says, that sounds like the most optimal thing to do right now. Survivability. Yeah, let's go do that.
Awesome. Well, Tila, Mike, and Pog are gonna go talk to the goblin lady to see if they can find any place to get some food.
So you go up to the goblin lady. She's cleaning cleaning the thing. Could you roll me an insight real quick, please?
An insight?
Yes, an insight.
Okay, let me roll. I still have my sheet, don't worry. Insight +2, nice. That's a 9 with my insight.
9. The vibe in this bar is pretty good. Like, people look pretty happy. Now, I'd like to point out that's what
Tila
your
goes up
character
to her and
thinks.
goes,
The bar is it's actually kind of gloomy in here, but Tila thinks it's a happy vibe.
"Hey, it doesn't take much to please Tila."
Mm-hmm. She's come.
As long as she has Paw
Mhm.
is safe, that's her priority.
She's basically just misreading the vibe in this room right now. Basically,
Yeah.
she's like too happy to notice the bad vibe.
I gotta finish her. I gotta put in her backstory. But basically, she's had Pog for a really long time. In fact, she built him herself.
Ah. Speaking of Pog, let me see. So,
This is what happens when you take me out of my bed.
that is what happens.
Dun, dun, dun.
What do you do? We'll be back to you. Don't worry, you'll have excitement very soon. Tila, what do you do?
Mhm.
Now that you've come up here, you go to the
Whoa.
goblins.
What
What do you
the fuck
say?
happened?
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
What happened?
Sorry, your mouth. When you spoke, it went a million miles a minute. I was like, whoa.
Uh, that was
Just
latency.
so
Wow.
all I heard from that one thing was goblin.
You go
Yeah.
and speak to the goblin woman. What do you say?
Mhm.
Like, what exactly do you do?
She goes, hi, good morning. Thank you for allowing us to sleep here.
Hey, sugar.
Last night we slept fairly well. Um, we were trying to find some breakfast. Now, we don't have any cash. However, if you need some help in your establishment in exchange for some food, I'd be happy to lend my services.
Oh, absolutely, sugar. I could definitely do that. If you could, um, well, if I'm being honest, today might not be the best of days.
Hmm.
Oh.
Huh?
Oh, what's the matter?
Well, I guess you're new to town and all that, but it's a cloudy day. Cloudy days aren't good for us.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah.
Perhaps I could bring in some people.
She looks at the weapons on your sides, the swords you have. She says, better question. Do you, by any chance, have any fighting experience?
Hila goes, why, yes, I was the top of my class.
Well, you know, if you gotten here a few days ago, I probably would have asked you uh, to deal with some bandits who had stolen my husband's wedding ring. Uh, but somebody handled that for me. But since that's another matter that's been taken care of, the inhale. Um, you see, when it gets cloudy in this here town, which it doesn't very often, but you see, undead usually attack our town, and we don't have as much protection as normal. The guards mean well, but there's not as many of them out here as would be preferable, if you understand my meaning.
Mhm. Anything I can do to help?
Well, if you'd be help out killing some of them undead, I think I'd be, not just me, the entire town would be absolutely in your debt. Would your friends be able to help as well, or is that not on the menu per se?
If they are up to the trip, sure, why not? Other than that, I'm always
Ain't no
down
trip, sugar.
for
They're
a good
coming here.
slicing.
The
She goes,
creatures.
besides, I don't like they're coming here.
Mm-hmm.
Tila gets brandishes her swords and she goes, looks like we're having bone soup.
So I like you, and don't get me wrong. Actually, bones are delicious to gnaw on. Um, uh, but that
She goes,
aside,
my name is Tila.
now here's
Tila.
the thing: you've never heard of undead before, but you have met the skeleton dude. So never mind. You're cool. Okay, you do know what undead are. And it says Tila, you say. Nice to meet you. We don't have dragonborns in this town that often.
He was like, "Yes, I'm slowly getting accustomed to it myself." And she giggles nonchalantly as she's like, "I've never seen myself in a dragon form before. I used to be a frog." And she's like,
It's like, oh, this is a one of a kind. I'm sorry to say, you got to work for the boss to be able to. I guess technically, you would work for the boss if you're working for me. But at the moment, I'd have to have one delivered. I don't have any on hand. Uh, and you hear a, hey,
mm.
we're looking for a drink over here. And it's like, oh, one second, I'm gonna have to deal with that. Go talk to one of the guards outside. They'll give you all the information you might need to know. I'm sure you fought undead before, being a common creature around these parts. I'll see you later. To get some people their drinks. Rose said she. Just tell me where you go, and then I'm gonna jump over to Zanar.
Tila's gonna poke at Emmett's helmet and say, and trying to wake him up and go, "Emmett, I'm going on a mission to get us some money.
Oh,
Don't go
okay.
nowhere, and watch over Mizu."
Okay. Yeah, yeah, totally.
She looks at Skyora. Is Skyora awake?
Skyora's not here right now.
Full,
Skyora's asleep because
Oh,
Rose is not here. So, yeah, you're the
okay.
only one who's
by the
awake.
way, Emmett's just full on just teddy bear hugging Mizu. I could just see it.
Basically, yeah.
No.
And he can do so without
Well,
getting
then
money for
looks
once.
like Tila. Tila looks at Mike and goes, "Well, Mike," she goes, "I don't know if you're accustomed to this body, but if you want to join me to go fetch some bones, I'd
You
be happy to have you come along with
see,
us."
you see him turn his head back, pull out a dagger from the little harness he made. He's like, "I ran us a dagger while I was waiting."
He bends down and gives him a scratch behind the ear, and she's like, "That's such a good boy. You're so resourceful.
I am
No wonder
resourceful.
they put you."
I am resourceful.
She goes, "No wonder they promoted you so quickly." She goes, "Good boy."
Yes, good boy.
And
Good
she
boy.
goes, "Oh,
Manly boy, manly
good
boy.
boy."
I'm a manly
And
boy.
she's gonna
It's also
go,
hard. It's also very hard to talk with the tree in my mouth.
yep. And then she's gonna go out with them to the guard.
So you go out, Zanar. You, my friend, go. You walk into the woods, Zanar. You're following these tracks. You go a good distance into the woods, and you're following these footsteps. Um, and like you're going, and all of a sudden, um, you hear a sound.
Okay.
The trees are surrounding you right now, and you feel a sense of like dread. It almost feels like in your like the closest thing you can think of that relates to this is what that one time when you were doing like your own thing and you ended up coming face to face with like a death elm and it was like watching you. Um, that's the closest feeling you've had to this. That's what it feels like right now, but it feels different. Like it's not just one death elm.
I kind of fly up to the tree
Uh,
tops, kind of like on a branch.
Roll me a d20 to see how well you fly.
Please, God Almighty,
You've
just give
tried
me
once
this roll.
already, so I'll make it it's a lower roll for you to have to get.
What? What's the DC?
The DC for this is going to be a 13.
What type of? Just a flat roll?
Okay. I will say, I guess it's the strength in your wings that you had trouble with last time, so I'm gonna make it a either strength or athletics. You choose.
Strength. There's the same score.
Oh, same. Okay, then yeah,
That's 5 alt.
5 altogether.
It's 5 altogether.
Okay, So you flap
I'm a
your wings, and again, it's like you never had to do something like this in your old body, right? Like you were good at climbing things. You didn't flap
just
your
doing
arms. But I will
ba
say,
ba ba ba
yeah, you go
da 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 da.
and then plop back down. You only went like up a foot, and you're like sweating, panting, like you're kind of like he's just like too many hours spent doing mechanical stuff, and this body you're not used to this body yet.
Just kind of like a l- leaning, uh, leaning across a tree, just like, give me a second.
I love the idea of this deep voiced bird. This bird has a deeper voice than the dog. All right, cool. But you do see that it probably wouldn't be that hard to climb up this tree to get where you're trying to go. As you hear more around you, there's easily more than one of whatever you're hearing.
Yeah, I'm going to try. Yeah, I'm going to climb up that tree because I feel like ground is death to me right now.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and say, yeah, you. I'm gonna go ahead and say you climb the tree, but you don't go very high. You go like a decent height. You're like your knowledge of like, okay, I'm a bird. For birds, ground means death. So,
As long as on a branch, I will survive.
yeah, that's what goes through your head. And you climb up. You go to a branch, and you look around. Roll me a perception if you could.
Oh dear God, please give me yes +2. Come on, 13 + 2 is 15.
15. You easily see. Now, keep in mind, back in your guys' world, death elms are a thing, but seeing more than one is usually terrifying. So, because one is enough to
It's
deal with, right? And they usually don't
mm-hmm.
travel in packs. You look around and you notice that now stepping where you were, they don't seem to really notice you, are probably 20 skeletal beings walking towards the village. And for you, that's 20 death elms
Oh Jesus.
walking towards the village. That's like that's what
Um,
it's like for you. Go ahead.
when uh, are the footprints still there?
They are still there, but the footprints go in the opposite direction that these creatures are walking.
Uh, 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 can I get a mental, like some mental memory thing to remember I saw these
Yeah, no,
tracks?
I could just say you remember that. Okay, you've seen these tracks. Finding them again is not going to be hard, and even if you don't find them again, you know which general direction they're
Hello,
going to be in. Hello,
hello.
hello,
Is is quiet.
hello. Can y'all not
Hi.
hear me? Hello,
His his mic. Your mic.
my microphone. Can no.
I
You.
can barely.
Oh,
Hello.
Hello. You there? Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Now, what were you gonna say?
um,
God damn it.
I'm here. You uh look. You notice. You'll remember where the footprints are. You will remember. Um, and they won't be going away anytime soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm immediately flying back to the village.
Okay. Roll me another
cool.
flight, another d20 for flight. Athletics, right? Again, it's going to be a lower roll. It'll be a DC 10 this time. Uh,
Yep.
the first,
-2. God damn it.
the first time you actually succeed,
Wait.
you won't have to roll for it anymore.
Roll roll a DC 10. Oh, it's a DC 10.
Yeah, DC 10.
I got a 5 again.
Yeah, you attempt to fly and fail one like and you begin to plummet and you land on the head of one of these skeletal beings. The bone chattering stops. They all turn and they all look at you on top of his head.
I go limp, pretending to be dead.
Chirp, chirp.
Roll me deception.
Deception, deception,
Oh wow. Okay.
deception, deception. Okay, +2.
+2.
19 plus 2 is 21.
Ooh, dirty 20.
The one you've landed on picks you up off his head, looks at you, and just throws you aside and you fall on the ground, and continues moving.
Okay. So I was at 20 points. How does that put me at now?
That doesn't hurt you. He just dropped you, so
It
you
doesn't
kinda,
have to roll a
like
Constitution
you're.
save?
I will say you are in. You didn't fall far enough for it to be a Constitution save in this situation. Well, wait, you are a one less than foot tall. You're a bird. I'm gonna. Okay, you know what? Odds you don't. Evens you do. Evens. Okay, so you roll me a Constitution save, and I will tell you how much damage you take.
It's a +1. And it's a 9. It's 8.
8. You will take 2 hit points of damage because he like tosses you. You whack a tree and land on the ground. You stay limp with that deception. You're good, but you're at a very like awkward angle right now. Like it's like when you're sleeping weird and you wake up with a sore arm. So, but you've deceived them and they continue walking. You nearly get stepped on by 2 of them, but you're good. You hear they continue clackety clack in their way.
So I began.
Hmm?
So I began the session with 23 points. I am now down to 18 points. God damn it.
They are making their way towards the village, but as you're there, you're still there. You notice them, and in the position you're in, luckily, you see behind all the skeletons, there seems to be a man or somebody in some sort of hoodie, or not hoodie, but a hood, wearing a hood. And like their whole body is draped in cloth and like drapery and whatnot, and they're stepping forward, even though they have this like uh, wizardy vibe. You can hear armor under all that cloth as they step forward. But you notice they are holding a crystal, and this crystal is emanating energy, and it seems to be like aimed. The crystal, like energy, seems to be going towards the creatures. He spares a glance at you, but continues on his way as he's holding the crystal. And he keeps going.
Like necromancer? Oh, jeez.
Well, not much, not much. Atlas is asleep, so you'll find out soon enough. So for you, Zanar, you're thinking,
What?
oh, you'll find out. Atlas is asleep right now. You'll find out. Zanar, you're looking at this guy, and in your head,
Oh.
you're thinking this is likely like an etherlight who studies death ethereal energy or something. Like that's what it looks like to you.
I stay on the ground,
He passes by you.
just like kind of just like that Jurassic Park, like if you don't move, it won't see you sort of deal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he passes by you, doesn't really pay much heed to you, and but he passes by you, but you notice he stops at the edge of the forest line. Well, you're a little bit deep in the forest, so you don't see where he stops, but you see him. He goes past you, and he just keeps going, and footsteps fade, and then suddenly you hear a scream. Going back to the village, Skyora, are you back?
I am back.
Atlas, roll me a d20. Tila, while you are
D20? Okay.
Tila, you go to a guard. You said you go to talk to a guard.
Yes.
Cool.
That is a 19, good sir.
Oh wow. Okay. So Tila, you go to a guard,
We're
and
using Theater of the We're using Theater of the Minds, correct?
yeah, we're gonna be using Theater of the
Yes.
Minds. Roll 20. You guys can close out of roll 20. I can't deal with that. I can't do it for you guys. I'm sorry. But you step out, Tila, and you notice Atlas is already up or actually, wait a minute. Okay. Your insight check was bad, so I'm going to say you didn't
Oh, no,
notice
he's
that
about to
Atlas was already up and was like eating a little something at the tavern. So he's been up. And Tila, yeah, so Tila, you go to a guard.
How did he get food?
It's actually. It's,
It took you guys long
How
enough.
did
But,
he got food?
You
I
well-
wonder what does Actus react when he woke up.
we'll find out in a bit. Don't worry, we'll
Because-
role play that. We'll find out. But anyway, you guys move past. Tila, you go out.
Sitting
There's a
here
guard.
hungry trying to fight skeletons for food.
There's a
and
guard.
He's stuffing his kitty face.
There's a guard who sees you approach him, and the little axolotl, your little pog, floats out of your arms and and goes up really close. The guard kind of just like backs up his head a little bit, like he's like, oh, okay, all right.
Your
all right.
mic, Frog, your mic.
1 second. Testing.
Oh my god, he fast forwarded.
Testing. Am I good now?
My god, you fast forwarded.
That's the third time today.
Hi, Cam. Welcome to the Flash point.
Oh my gosh.
It's my life.
Okay.
Yeah, I try and
It-
call him.
It was me,
So-
Barry.
So
I was the one.
I jerked you off at hyperspeed, so everyone would think you nutted at a woman's touch. So
No, no,
We're recording,
No,
right?
we're not.
yes,
They were
that's
fun.
on the internet now.
We're
So you,
Okay.
my friend, Tila, walk up to this guard, and this guard looks at you and says, is he with you?" He points at the pog.
Mm-hmm. What did you say?
What?
Or do I say something?
Yeah,
He's
he said, "Is this
guard in
yours?"
3,
He's pointing
2,
at
1.
Pog.
And she holds him close to her, and she goes, "Yes."
Like
what
a
of it?"
baby.
He's like, "He's mine."
Okay.
Hama?
So, what is it? You seem like you wish to speak with me for some reason.
She goes, "Yes." She's like, "I heard you guys have been having trouble with some undead, as the lady at the tavern told me."
Ah, yes.
She goes and she like pats her swords, and she's like, "I'm quite crafty at chopping things. Perhaps I can be of assistance."
He says, "Ah, yes, the undead attack on cloudy days. Every sword would be
Why did
most
they attack?
appreciated.
On cloudy days.
We're not sure, actually. We're not entirely sure why they attack on cloudy days, or why they don't attack at night. It's for some reason on cloudy days they attack."
Interesting. This guy must be gloomy then.
Yes, it is. If you
Or
look
better
above you, the
yet,
clouds, there
she
is a
tries to
cloudy day.
throw a pun, and she goes, "Oh, Shh. And she goes, "Oh, I get it. They're a bunch of smoky bones." Ah.
He chuckles a little bit, but it's kind of like a nervous, sad chuckle, like, "Who is this lady?" It's like,
That was
She's all-
bad.
okay.
Hey, I like
That joke was bad to the bone.
Oh my!
Oh
Y'all are-
my.
Hey, I was trying to be humorous, okay?
Oh my
We're gonna have a
god.
skeleton of problems today, aren't we?
Today's joke was presented by the letter
Coming
M.
back to
What?
me in the
My
ass.
My
earphones
God,
are rattled.
why?
I like mine
Oh
shaking, not
my!
stirred.
Seriously, y'all are spineless. Anyway,
Sounded
so
Oh,
moving
yeah.
on. Moving on.
I hope you enjoyed that, Cam.
You have plenty of opportunity to tell your puns in the upcoming battle. Because I'm going to have you roll me a perception real quick, Tila.
Hey,
Moving
at least
on.
we have guts, okay?
Oh.
I didn't even get the chance to make a joke because my mic cut out when I was making it.
Bruh. Tila, roll
I
me perception.
refuse to make these jokes.
All
They are
right.
beneath me.
All right. On with the bone trousel, shall we?
What is your perception? What did you roll, Leslie?
I'm going to lose this.
This is gonna be all night. I just know this is gonna be night.
Les Mod, roll
Well,
me perception,
I
please.
can't stop the. Now it's Papyrus. Okay.
I
I'm
love
on.
Iris.
Pappy has always been my favorite.
Can y'all hear
I've
me?
always hated Flowers, but Flowers is the first character I saw. No, I don't want your frozen pasta.
Okay, can
I'd
anybody
rather
hear me?
die.
It's like so. Tila goes and she brandishes her swords, giving them a little clanky clank, and she sheathes them and goes. So, she goes. Can you give me a little? She goes. Can you explain to me about these cloudy days, undead
Before
bone men
that,
who like to
can you
come
roll me
to your
perception?
town and cause trouble? Hello, Mr.
Hello?
Frog.
Hello? Can anybody hear me at all right now?
Mr. Frog, I can't hear you.
Nobody can hear me. Okay. Okay.
His mic. Hello.
I can hear you now.
Hello.
I can hear you now.
Okay, you can hear me now?
Hi.
Can everyone hear me now?
Welcome back to the land of the living.
Okay.
I feel like you need to switch to mobile, my dude.
Ah,
If I switch to mobile, we can't stream it anymore.
Ah, you're awake.
Unless I have an idea. All right, I have an idea. Give me a second. Technical genius moments. I'm gonna leave the chat
Saying
for a
mic.
bit. We'll be
Your
right. Hold
mic.
on.
So,
Oh no.
I'm scared.
just use his phone as a microphone. Well, anyways, guys, that laugh and gags moment was presented to you by the letter M. For my God, why we still exist.
Okay. Those of you in the stream, I'm doing some technical mumbo jumbo to make sure this works. So you won't be able to see moving icons anymore, but I'm exiting from Discord. And the audio is going to be a little bit different. I'm sorry about this, but it's the best that I've got for you. So I'm going to disable that, and we're going to change the window to this, I think. Or other, what is this? No, bring it back here. 1 second. Okay. Music has been. Hello. Testing. Okay, good. Just making sure my audio is actually working. Okay, so I'm going to take away the stream starting soon. Both of those are not going to be there. So y'all will be able to see the screen. Okay. So there's one way I can make this work. Come on, join. There we go. 1 second. All right. Okay, so can everybody hear me now? Can everybody hear me now? Hello, can anybody hear me now? No one, okay, no one's acknowledging me. I can't tell if you can hear me or not. So, hello? Okay, thank you. Thank you, Panda. All right, so I've switched to the phone. We're still streaming right now. We're still streaming, but I've got you guys on speaker. I've got you guys on speaker at the moment, so you're basically talking to the stream through my microphone. And Panda, it's not the microphone that's glitching out. It's the fact that my computer is just dying. But any frying, crying, dying, all of the ines. But the ice is not good enough. The ice is not good enough. So with that, then so that means my computer's job now is only to run the stream. So we're gonna leave it to do that while I'm gonna do everything on phone for the time being. All right. So people can hear you guys, which is good. Give me a second. All right. So I'm gonna put the microphone like that. All right. Cool. So you, my friend, who are we at? Tila. Right. Tila, roll me a perception. Oh man, when my mic was going out, I said perception like 5 times, and before realizing y'all couldn't hear me.
Perception. Perception.
Perception is a -1 for me, so.
Man, we just suck at
11.
11. Okay. Unfortunately, that's not going to be enough. You, Tila, you're talking to this guard. You say what you said, and he goes, well, if you could, they usually come they come from different sides, but they're usually coming from the forest and the woods. So if you could, and then your blood splurts on you as an arrow is suddenly sticking out of this guy's mouth, and he gurgles for a second before falling over.
Oh no!
Oh my god.
And you hear suddenly a woman passing by sees this as well, screams, Skyora, you are awoken. Atlas, you hear the commotion from outside. Zanar, you heard the scream as well. Sheepy, or Mizu, you awaken from the screams as well. Everybody, if you want, I can say everyone who's in the tavern can exit the tavern first before I have you all roll initiative. 17. All right. Okay. Give me a
Plus
second.
2 is 19 for initiative.
Okay. I've never been happier to have an extra thing that I can write notes on. So give me a second. All right. D&D. Just gonna make that there. Okay. Cool. Okay. So Zanar, you got a 17 total.
Plus 2 is 19.
Plus 2 is 19. Cool. So 19. Next up, Mizu. What did you get on initiative?
Is Emmett inside? Because I'm gonna make him. He's gonna stay inside.
Emmett is inside. He was holding you like a teddy bear.
Oh.
Getting raided by skeletons. Aww.
Let me grab the shit out real quick.
Alright.
Wait,
The
how can skeletons be in they don't have a heart.
What?
Ignoring that, Mizu. Ignoring you, Skyra. Mizu, you were saying.
No, I'm saying why did the skeletons
13.
all at them too?
No. Well, what'd you get? Sorry, 2.
13.
13. Okay, so that's 13 total.
16 plus 2.
Mizu, that was a 13 total.
I'm going.
Mizu, that was a 13 total. Hello?
Like that.
Okay, there we go.
I'm looking at something on Twitter. I'm just so confused.
Stop looking at Twitter.
Yeah, what are you looking at Twitter for?
I want to see the new enemies, but why does she kind of look like that?
Okay, your Twitter. Okay, fine. While you're looking at Twitter, Atlas, if you could tell me what you rolled on initiative or what your total is.
16 plus 2, that's 18.
18. Wow. Sonar, this is the first time I think you've had the most so far on initiative. Tila, what did you roll on initiative? So 15 total.
Also, I don't. It shows that I have weapons, but it shows unarmed strike. Like I have no like weapons in here. Or
You-
weapon information.
Um.
It just says unarmed strike, +7 hit, 5 bludgeoning. That's
Oh,
all.
it doesn't have the actual. Oh, right. I think because I didn't. Right, the stupid D&D Beyond thing doesn't put in equipped. Like if you don't put it as equipped, it doesn't factor in the attack. Okay. Ah, that's dumb. Okay, if you could then put swords in the first slot. Since okay, so if D&D and Beyond wants to be dumb, I'm just gonna give you custom stats for your sword. Um, so put in.
And I do it the same as the great sword.
They're not great swords. Well, what is a great sword? How much? So your hit dice will be plus your strength modifier. The damage. How much damage does a great sword do?
Hang on. Let me check. Because Kira has a great sword. Great sword has a hit or DC of 13.
Yeah, but
And it's a 2d6 plus 7.
2d6 plus 7. I'm gonna tell you to roll me a 1d12 instead for damage on that. Instead of 2d6, just do 1d12. On your for damage.
My strength modifier.
Strength modifier is added to your hit die and damage. I don't.
My hit die? What's my hit die though?
Your hit die is plus your strength modifier.
So I hit my strength modifier is 18. I guess like my strength is +4, but what that little number below the 18?
No, the big number, the +4, that you add that to your hit dice.
Okay. +4, and that you said 1d12.
Yes.
Is that slashing or?
Yes, that's slashing damage. Man, Chase knows this so much better than I do. So that's gonna be your thing. What and Tila, you said it was your initiative roll was a what did you say it was total?
15.
Cool. Tila 15. Cool. All right. Give me a second. I gotta do some rolls myself. All right. Hang on, I need a light. It's getting dark in here. Okay. All right. Oh wow. I think all of you go before the undead.
I see
Okay.
my spells.
Okay.
That's great.
Give me a second. All right. And I'm gonna roll for the guards. Oh wow. Okay. Player takes priority, so Atlas will go before the guards. Okay. So. All right. Here's my question for y'all first. Those of you who were inside the tavern, do you want to exit the tavern before initiative and all that begins? Or do you want to... who wants to stay inside the tavern? Emmett is going to stay inside the tavern.
Atlas leaves the tavern.
I'm gonna exit.
Okay.
I'm gonna exit the tavern.
Skyora?
Skyra's gonna put her clothes on first and then leave the tavern.
Cool. So everybody...
Whoa, what?
What?
Wait,
She's naked.
What? I don't
Something
know how
that
to
you
feel about that one.
something that no one really wanted to point out was the fact that
One second. Hold on. Hold on. I mean... We're back. Welcome
Hi.
everybody.
Oh man, I want to
Is that
change my
why you
profile picture,
left?
but I just realized
Yes.
I can't for that whole thing.
What? Yeah, Mom? What? I'm streaming.
You already built it?
Yeah, it's been built. I'm streaming. What? What do you mean?
I was gonna bring you an ESD map.
I want to
have a
change
huge
my
ESD
profile
map.
picture
Well,
from
it's
Venti
built
to
and I'm streaming
Hinori.
right now.
I need my
No,
duffel bag. I need
Tignori.
It's on the bed.
Tignati.
On the couch. On
Tignati.
the
I'm changing.
chair.
Oh my goodness, what are you laughing at?
Okay.
I am concerned.
All right. So, all right. You, my friend, who was I talking about? Right. So Skyara was apparently naked, and I'm just gonna say, Atlas, you were so tired this morning that when you walked away, you did not notice. Tila, I doubt you didn't say anything about it.
I doubt you know it.
It's like this is what I finished telling them was that Skyar, because she of course took off her clothes, so she was gonna sleep, but then she saw Atlas laying on the ground, so she felt bad having him lay on the hardwood floor, so she used her body as like Atlas's mattress.
Atlas was very tired, and he's like, when he went to go eat or whatever, part of his brain is like thinking, I don't remember sleeping on a bed, but I was definitely sleeping on something. I don't know what that was.
Well, has Nard seen this on his way out?
Yeah, I guess. I think his money was on his mind was on money though. Well, okay, that's in the past. We can't change what happened in the past. Since he didn't say anything about it, we're gonna say he didn't notice or didn't care at the time. Moving forward, though.
We're just not. We don't say nobody said nothing.
Yeah, no one said nothing about it. You missed out, Skyra. So everyone goes outside. Initiative begins. That actually starts with you, Zanar. You are in the out. Well, actually, Zanar, you're still in the middle of the woods, playing dead.
Give him a what?
Yeah, he went tracking for the little robot. So, yeah.
Can I sneak attack on the guy with the crystal?
Okay. You're trying to stab him? What exactly are you trying to do?
I feel like that crystal's got something to do with wherever the hell those guys are walking around, and I don't feel comfortable with that many death elms in my vicinity, so I'm going to try and get rid of that equation, you know?
Mm-hmm. Okay, then. So you're going to attack him or attack the crystal?
I'm going to try and attack... I'm going to try and attack him to get the crystal out of his hand.
Okay.
So I can take it.
Roll me... yeah, okay. Roll me... Okay. Since apparently I didn't put everyone's items in their equips, do you have, what in your items or in your weapon attacks, what weapon attacks do you have? Or what items, at least?
I have a hammer, I have a crowbar, I have 2 daggers.
A crowbar and a hammer? How can you wield those?
I actually have 2 crowbars.
Mm-hmm. 2 crowbars.
But yes, I have 2 normal daggers.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and roll. Is the daggers in your weapon attacks though? Like, I may not have put them in there.
No, they're in my items.
Okay. In that case, then, if you can, okay, I'm gonna just say for the daggers, they're gonna do. You know what? Give me a second. All right. Let me just, daggers, D&D Beyond. Give me a second. Every time I type D&D, I accidentally put SND. Okay. Daggers are going to, so in your weapon attacks or wherever on a note thing or whatever you want, wherever you want to write them, dang it, it's not where I just need equipment. Thank you. Okay. It does 1d4 of piercing damage. So yeah, your hit dice is your strength modifier. So
1d4 piercing?
Piercing, yes. This battle might. Oh my
Dog's
goodness.
trying to
Okay.
break in here.
Okay. You attempt. All right. So Zanar, you stab at this guy. Roll me hit dice plus your strength modifier.
The strength was
Customer dog, I'm sorry.
strength is -2. So I'm gonna roll.
Dog, sorry.
That's 2 minus 2. That's a 0.
That does not hit. You come up and you attempt to slice this guy. You're still unfamiliar in your body, and you like grab the dagger in your feathers, forgetting that like these. You're not used to this body right now, so you like jump forward. You like go on a branch, jump forward. It's actually a pretty interesting display as he turns a little from the little rustling of leaves, sees you, and he, with his free hand, whacks you, backhands you straight up. Roll me a Constitution check if you could. He's gonna do that as a reaction.
Check. Constitution saving.
Constitution saving.
It's -1. 7. 8 minus 1.
7, 8 minus 1. Okay, you're gonna take 3 hit points of damage.
15 hit points.
Oh no. This might be it.
I'm
Well, you still have another action point if you want to try something else, Zanar.
Well, I sneak attack now because I freaking screwed the pooch.
You did what to a what?
No, it's just
Moving on.
phrase.
It's just a phrase. Moving on. You have a second action point. He's looking at you and still holding the crystal in his other hand, but he doesn't move. He doesn't seem to be moving to do anything to you. So, you have a second action point that you can do something with.
I'm gonna stab him in the foot.
Roll me hit.
Oh god, it's even worse than before.
You poor bird.
It's 3 minus 2. It's 1.
You attempt to stab his foot, and as you do, ting, like it scrapes across his armored boot, and he doesn't have another reaction, but he looks down at you. You're in your head, like you're kind of screwed. We're gonna go to the next person. Zanar, I would suggest taking a look at your sheet, just checking if there's any abilities you have, because you should have some, I think, of some sort. So just check on that. Atlas, you exit the tavern, and you see civilians have rushed into their buildings. The guards have all armed themselves. There's like, men, arm yourselves! And a bunch of the guards like pull out their blades and whatnot. And you see in the distance coming towards the village and is skeletons. And from your perspective, these things are basically death elms. Like, that's what it seems to you, that there are a bunch of death elms approaching the town. And just seeing one is scary enough. So, this is, like, crazy.
Nah, Sam.
Yeah, Atlas definitely sees this and he's like, "What the?"
Wait, I have a level monk.
You guys notice those skeletons approaching?
No shit. Yes. Yes. We noticed. Thank you for pointing it out. Mr. Obvious.
It's Captain
I'm gonna
Obvious.
point out, y'all don't seem very urgent right
Like,
now.
obviously
Atlas,
they're coming
are you
for
going
the
to do
town.
something?
Where else do you think is about to head?
I know you. I I know a 3-foot midget did not just say that to me.
Run that by me again?
You're
Says the shortest person in the other dimension.
You hear a distant scream.
Uh,
I'm being torn apart by skeletons.
There's
This is
tallest lady
terrible.
here,
Oh, my
so
baby. Like,
she's already short to you.
as you guys are having this discussion, oh, they broke into my house. Ah, they're
Yes,
killing me.
we're gonna have this discussion, Cat.
You know, I'm
Okay,
just
but
gonna,
Everybody
real
looks
bad.
down
for the
on
longer
you.
this goes, I'm just gonna start
Well,
rolling for
everybody looks
the
down at
deaths
you.
of civilians right now. It's like,
We all look down at you.
let's see.
What is happening?
Okay, so Atlas,
So I'm going for hands.
Atlas, do you do
I'm
anything?
over here fighting.
Yeah, I'm just.
Okay.
Well,
Atlas just stops the conversation. He then decides to head over to like where are these skeletons coming from?
They're coming from the woods. You guys are on the other side of for the most part, on the other side of the village, but you can see some of them coming down the road. They've already worked their way into the village a little bit.
Okay, well Atlas
honestly a nightmare in this one right now.
pulls out the sword, and well, he's certainly not used to it looking this normal.
Mm-hmm.
And he was expecting
how to
the
use the hat.
noise. He's like, oh right, it's not a lightsaber.
It's not a lightsaber. What I'm just imagining him attacking. Just mimicking the noises of the lightsaber so that he fights better.
Okay. Let me
Okay,
just
I'm just
roll
making
for-
noises at this point.
Let me roll for more civilian deaths real quick. Let's see. Okay, cool.
Oh wait, I didn't roll my initiative. No.
Skyra, please roll your
'Cause
initiative and tell me
everyone's
what you
rolling
get. Atlas, you pull out your sword, you see it, and what?
Got 17.
Okay,
Total.
I pull the sword out and preparing to attack the skeleton that's like nearing towards us
Mm-hmm.
or maybe a house.
Okay. Go forward,
Which,
and you attempt to attack. On your new D&D
Yes.
sheet, do you have the sword as one of your weapon attacks, or did I forget that too?
Weapon attack. Oh, let me see. Da 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 da. I can't find it. Wait.
It should be on the first page under weapon
17.
attacks. Because if it's not there, it means I didn't put it in. So
What? Name weapons. It's.
okay. Since we're doing theater of the mind,
I
I'm just gonna have you roll me a d20 plus your hit die.
It or weapons. I have the martial weapons, simple weapons. I have simple weapons.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have to update these this week. Next week's session, I'll have a lot of things fixed up. Man, a lot of things fell through. So, just go ahead and roll me a d20 plus your strength modifier.
All right.
Should be on the first page of your new sheet.
Okay, that's a 9 plus 3.
9 plus 3. Okay, that is a hit. Roll me 2d4.
2d4s. That is a 4.
A 4.
And another. That is another 4.
So total of 8 damage. You bring up your this different sword. It feels a little bit different, but the weight's about the same. It feels weirdly familiar. and you bring it down. You're thinking, oh, this is Death Elm. It'll shrug this off, so you'll be ready for another attack as soon as you do. You slice through, and this thing clatters onto the ground. And so you come to the realization that whatever these things are, they're much weaker than the Death Elms you've ever seen.
Yeah, it's like, huh, that was a little too easy.
As more start stumbling towards you.
You're scared of these things.
Bro, it's just like, this is easy, and then it slowly
You immediate-
comes back, reforms and comes back together.
You say that as you see another one get another one. They have numbers. That is one thing. As you slice this one in half, you roll me a perception if you could.
A perception, got you. My perception right now is, let me see. Okay, that's a +2. That's pretty good. 14.
14.
+2.
14 plus 2, 16. So you see some person get killed by one of these skeletons, and as they get killed, they get stabbed, they get killed, and you suddenly see this person begin to stand back up as the skin melts away from their face, and they turn into a skeleton as well, and continue on. So that's
okay.
Mhm.
That was horrifying.
That is graphic.
You have a second action
I
point.
don't like that.
Please tell me what you're going to do with it.
What the hell is it? He looks at the person get killed immediately after saying that these things are not that scary, and then that person dies. Like, okay, that was horrifying. Atlas just like lifts his sword back up, and he runs towards this group because since he knows that he can take them down quite easily with just one strike, he can probably take them down.
Roll me another hit. Being a monk, I believe you have plenty of movement, so.
I have movement, yeah. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh. I got a 1.
A 1. Okay. Shoot. Roll that. You swing your blade. You swing at your blade at this next skeleton, thinking, well, these are easy to take care of, right? And right before you get to him, you didn't see a rock in the path. You don't fall over, but you completely miss your strike. And stumble past. And this thing, actually, you stumble past it, and it's actually going to get an opportunity because of that. Does check your AC? Does a 15 hit?
My AC, like armor class.
Yes.
That's 13.
15 hits. You take 8 damage. So,
Ow!
so you, Atlas, do that. That's the end of your turn. Next up comes, let's see, whose turn is next? Let me check the notepad. Skyora.
Oh, did you see what I said?
Or wait,
Oh,
no,
okay.
hold on. The guards rolled. Okay, no, sorry. The guards come before you. So the guards are going to do some rolls. Okay. Okay. Cool. The guards start fighting. Like they kill about a couple of them off. One guard gets killed by them. Skyora, it's your turn next. What would you like to do?
Okay. Let me see.
Also, for anyone whose turn it isn't right now, I suggest y'all look at your stuff and maybe plan out what you're going to do, because combat's going a little bit slow right now.
Sorry.
No, you're fine, you're fine.
Can she... I know she can catch charm, obviously, but can she cast sleep? Well, actually, no, she can't cast sleep. She needs something. Fuck! Okay, I guess she'll charm someone.
Okay. You have a charm
She's like, I
spell?
wonder if this. No. Yes, I do.
Oh yeah, I put that in there for you, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
So what do you attempt? So what is the thing you're attempting to do, and what do you have to like? What do you have to roll for it, or did the enemies have to roll? What is it?
I think a wisdom 12.
So it's a spell.
And she's trying. Yes, it's a spell.
Okay.
And she's trying to, I guess, woo them so that she could not have them attack.
So you look at let me see how many. Let me check. Okay. I'm looking at the spell charm, real quick. Yeah. Okay. It's just charm, right?
Yes.
Apparently, there's a difference between charm monster and charm person, but
Well, it's this charm person.
charm person. Okay, thank you. All right, then that's the one I want to look at. So you cast charm person. Um, I don't think skeletons count as person, but for the time being, since you guys are going to be in this world temporarily, I'm going to count it. House rule for now. One action, 30 feet. Cool. Enchantment. Cool. Wisdom save. They gotta do a wisdom DC. It does must take a wisdom saving throw. It does so with advantage if you or your companions are fighting. See within range. It must make a wisdom saving throw and does so with advantage if you or your companions are fighting it. You're not yet. Who are you trying to charm? One that isn't fighting, or the one that just struck Atlas?
The one that just struck Atlas, obviously.
Cool. All right. It doesn't say on here, so I'm just gonna say for the time being that the DC save is 12. It fails. So you like feel like you think to yourself like, okay, can I do any of the things from my old world, right? And you are attempting at first to say the charm like the wordsmith thing that you know, but something else courses through you, and you feel the need that you don't need to speak the words, and a tingle at your fingertips happens as you see like a bluish white light, and then from your fingers these little hearts start streaming, and they hit the skeleton that attacked Atlas, and suddenly the orbs in its eyes, rather than the two like light like blue fire like evil like lights in its eyes, turn to like these fiery blue hearts, and you have casted charm on this creature, so you have a second action point. What would you like to do?
Let's see. This one seems very interesting. Mage hand, a spectral words list. Spectral floating hand appears at a point you choose, within range. This hand lasts for the duration or until dismiss it as an action. The hand vanishes if it is ever more than 30 feet away from you, or if you cast the spell again.
So what are you
So
gonna
I can also use.
what are you gonna
I
try
can
and do?
also use it to. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna ask, what are you gonna try and do with the mage hand?
It's just that I could control it.
Yeah, you can
So
control it. I just what do you want to try and do with it?
Just gonna try to, I guess, create a mage hand and I guess attack the other skeletons.
Okay, in that case, roll me a roll me. Okay, give me a second. It is a cantrip, so you can cast it without spending a spell slot. It's not really used for killing people, but it's something you can do. Right. Roll me then. You know what? Roll me a wisdom check. Then.
Check. Okay. That was a 10 total.
10 total.
That's
Yes. Unfortunately, that's not like enough to hit. I don't think. Wait, actually, let me check. No, never mind. My bad. Yeah, you suddenly in your head you think to yourself like, man, I wish I could punch that creature that just hurt. Now I'd like to point out, if you attack the one that attacked Atlas, the one you just charmed, it will be uncharmed. So do you attack a different one?
I am attacking a different one.
Cool.
Because I'm having Atlas use advantage so he can attack it
Right.
on his next turn.
So you think to yourself, I wish I could punch these creatures or whatever, and because like you're forgetting that you yourself are a giant woman, and from this thought, you see, from you, like from your like heart area, this fist, that distinctly looks like wispy air shoots out from you, but it also has like a faint hint of frost on it, slams into this one skeleton and turns it into bones. Well, it already was bones, but it gets knocked around.
Turns into
a pile of bones. Yes. But that is your second action point, as you stare bewildered at what you just did. Next up,
like, oh.
Would you like to move at all? Like, you want to get closer to the skeletons, or closer to who, or who do you want to get closer to? Think of it like that.
She will stay in place.
Okay, so you are close
so
to.
End her turn.
Cool. Skyara ends. Tila, your turn happens. This guard just died in front of you, and a bunch of skeletons are coming this way. You see Atlas take out one, miss another one, get hurt. Tila, it is your turn. Pog is like, and you hear, you see the dog. You're seeing your boy Mike is also growling at these new oncomers.
Oh boy, Tila's gonna.
Oh my god, he's leaning into his dog.
So
he's being a small boy.
What you call it? I don't know much about it because it's a cantrip, but I want to. Is there any skeletons near me?
Are there any what skeletons nearby?
From the one that shot, was he close by?
The one that so one's dead. The one that shot the arrow, no, they seem to be. That one was probably from a different area. But there are some skeletons getting close to you. Yes.
Okay. Tila would like to use cantrips and cast it on her swords as she charges.
Cast what? What are you gonna cast?
Sacred Flame.
Sacred Flame. So you actually do this. You don't even realize that you're doing it at first. Let me double check what that spell does, or you can search it up and add it to your stuff. Radiance descends on a creature that you can see within range. The target must succeed. Okay, wait. Oh, wait. Let me see. Sacred Flame. Give me a second. Flame-like radiance descends on the creature that you see within range. The target must succeed on dexterity saving throw or take 1d8 radiant damage. The target gains no benefit from cover. Oh, by 1d8 when you and because it is radiant damage, that's perfect against undead. So, yeah. You cast, like, you don't even see this at first, but, you see this guy dies in front of you, a bit of, like, anger hits your heart, and you look at these other things, and a thought just hits up in your head, it's like, these creatures should be dead, right? They're undead, and they should be dead. And as you do this, what you can only describe as a holy light descends from the skies, and
How about this? She tries to use the Force, but she doesn't realize that the Force doesn't work there. She thinks she's using the Force.
You think you're using the Force, nothing happens, and then out of nowhere, what appears to be a flaming frog smacks into one of the, like, bursts onto one of the, like, descends from the air, and with a loud ribbit. Let's see if it does a dexterity. That thing nat one, and it has weak, and it's undead. So hold on. Okay. Roll me a d8 if you could, and I roll me also a d12 if you could. Yeah.
I'm having a great time.
I'm feeling good. I didn't.
Are we using
Hold on one second,
what?
everyone.
That's a 7,
I'm
and you
feeling good.
said that's my D8,
Okay.
and you said roll a D12.
Yeah, I said roll a d8 and d12, and then tell me what the total is.
Oh, 7 plus 6, that's 13.
13. That one it full on just explodes, and the bones, the charred bones from that one, like kind of hit some of its friends, like they go and like knock around in anger. You have second action though. Oh, you're kind of like, what the heck just happened? But you can tell that that happened because of you. So, what would you like to do with your second action?
The next she wants to, she tells Pog to stay on defense, and she's gonna charge towards the next one and basically hit with her broadswords.
Cool. Strike. Roll weapon hits.
18 plus 4,
That's a hit. Roll damage.
That's a 1d12. I think this is my d12. Yes, 1d12. That is a 7.
7. You smack one. You come and you like, and you like slice it in half, but it's not dead, but can't really do anything because it's got like it's a head and an arm are still like on the ground, and it's like hopping around on an arm bone, while the rest of it is in a pile of bones.
Oh, that was my second action. I get one bonus action, which is action surge because we had a rest. I get to take
Nice.
one additional action. I would like to do. I would like to do. What was it? Protection from good and evil, and I didn't get to read up on this quite fast enough.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna cast it at first level.
First level. Okay, that takes a slot. Protection from good.
And she wants to cast it. Can I cast it on one person, or is it on touch?
Let me double check.
Yeah, it is on touch.
It is on touch?
So,
yeah, it is.
So she's going to touch.
I was gonna say it should say.
And she's going to touch Pog with it.
Okay, cool. Touch Pog. So you do this.
Your pet.
Pog, you said go on a defensive, but as you strike this one down, the little hopping around skull on an arm bone, Pog looks at this thing, right, and full on dive bomb rams into it head first, and destroys the rest of that one. You then see Mike rush forward, little puppy body, as he like weaves in. Ooh, unfortunately for him, he like weaves past a couple of like random blades that are like they're trying to jump at him, and he's gonna slice at one of the skeletons. He misses. This thing like jumps up at the spine, like splits in the spine, and his little dagger goes through. And he's gonna, but he then tries again, spins back around, and he stabs this thing in the like lower spinal area, just above where a butt would be, and let's see how well he damages. Wow. Okay. Yeah, he kills this one. He stabs it with the blade, and then using the paws, brings his paws up to like the back of the ribs, and pulls himself up to, and you hear the spine like ripping, the spine rips in half from the dagger, and he lands on the ground and growls.
Such a good boy.
Next up,
Can't wait.
this battle might be over quicker than I thought. Mizu, it's your turn.
I'm pretty sounds uncommon. Good boy, good boy. It's like, oh
He's
my
frowning
God.
but wagging his tail.
Like, I'm not a good boy.
He's
like, I'm not
just
a
like,
good
I
boy.
hate this. He's like, I hate this. I hate this so much. His tail's just wagging. He's like, I hate this.
That was
It's
actually
like-
very cute. I wish
It's
I
like,
knew
oh.
how to use the hat with the pets. It would
I'd
be
say
cool.
as an action, you can literally
should.
just if you pluck you know what? Roll me. Okay, hold on.
It
Right,
would be
how would
cool
you know?
that if I could like draw on some of their power, like ice, like Scooby, like I could just
Chucked your hat
use
like
a water spell and he could just freeze it.
I chucked your hat like a
That's true.
So skelly.
Okay, tell me what you want to try and do. Tell me what you want to try and do, and I'll tell you how and if you can do it.
And I thought it would be cool if while I'm casting a water spell, I could get assistance from Ice Wolf.
Okay, go ahead and tell. All right, you know what? Roll and water spell. Your sheet has that. Okay. Go ahead and roll for the water spell. What exactly are you casting?
Shape water.
Make water. Okay.
Jesus.
Make water.
No, it's a shape water.
Shape water. My bad. My bad.
Jesus.
D&D
Oh my gosh. It
Beyond.
rains on it. My
Shape
goodness.
water. Okay. Shape water. Okay. Give me a second. Shape water. Cool. You instantly move or otherwise change the flow of
I
its within
gotta
5.
create water then.
You meant I will say there is a bucket of water nearby. If just say move or otherwise change the flow of the water as you direct up to 5 feet in any direction. You cause the water to form into simple shapes that animate at your direction. Changes last for 1 hour. You change the water's color or opacity. The change must be, and you freeze the water, provided that there are no creatures in it. Cast a spell multiple times. You have no more than 2 of its non-instant. Okay. What would you like to do with the water? You wanted to have your little guy freeze it. Okay.
Oh yeah, I would like to. Can I turn it in? I can turn it into a weapon, right?
Yeah, you can turn it into simple shapes and animate it to at your direction. So what shape will you make? Mizu?
I gotta get a picture of it.
You could just describe it if you need to.
I gotta get a picture of it.
Okay.
There we go. There we go.
Okay.
Attention to that.
All right. So I'm gonna look at this and then I will describe it because, where is it? Future voice chat. Okay. All right.
Absolutely hated fishing for this spear.
So a spear. Okay. So I will. Okay. So you form it into a
I'm
spear.
gonna mute because my brother's speaking.
Gotcha. So you turn this into a spear. So what I'll tell you, what ends up happening, with one action, you bring the water out, you form it into a spear, and you kind of think to yourself like, I wish I could freeze this. In that moment, you see a flower from your hat, like the hat you're wearing. You notice a flower had popped off and falls, and as it hits the ground, with a splash of like ice and petals, you see the little ice dog. Ruh-roh, right, have rims now. And he looks at you.
My baby.
And he looks at the water. He's like, "Ruh, we'll have water here."
Yeah, I have a water spear. Can you freeze it for me?
Of course. And the spear gets frozen. You can still control it, but it's a little bit hard to do. So,
I don't.
you have a second action. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna attack.
You attack when
I'm
it's
gonna move toward any skeleton that goes by and I'm attack.
cool.
I attack with
So
the trident.
you're attacked with the ice trident. Roll me attack. Are you using it like floating it, or are you using it in hand? in hand. Roll me a d20 with plus your strength modifier for hit.
Okay, there you go. It would be nice if you were a little bit quieter.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I'm doing
I'll be more
DnD.
quiet.
So,
No worries.
so I am.
I can be much more quiet. Don't worry.
I'm not talking to you.
Not her brother.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to my brother.
I'm talking to you.
I would kick your brother from another mother.
16.
Okay. Yeah. Give me 1 minute while you're rolling for that, and when
I
you
know
roll,
you're
if you
there,
roll
Zach.
above an 8, could you please roll me also, roll me a d10 of damage.
Just bring me 2 in.
Okay.
I'll set 'em up.
Please be good.
Thank you, Gabriel.
7. 7.
Hello. Ma? Is it my turn? What happened?
I don't know.
I died. I think I died.
No.
It's so quiet.
Where'd the frog go?
I think it's his mic. Brother. This is gonna be a fun episode.
Indeed.
I never thought I would get my protection in DnD until now.
What?
The spear that I sent is called the catch.
I'm back. Oh, man. Okay, 7 damage. Or wait, 7 you rolled on hit die or damage?
It's a quest item in Genshin.
Dear God, dude, we thought you died.
7 damage.
7 damage? Cool. So roll. Okay, so damage. So you bring this thing down. You like slice, like hit at this thing with the spear. You do a lot of damage, but it is not dead yet. A lot of bones are like trickling off of it though. But that is, I believe, the end of your turn, unless you have a bonus action.
Oh yeah, I do have a bonus action.
Oh.
But honestly, I'm not gonna punch it. I'm just gonna step on it. I want to crush its skull. I don't want it.
Okay. You
Big
crush.
head.
All right. Yeah. I'll go ahead. You crush its skull, and this thing's dead. The undead are gonna go now. Let's see how Atlas and Zinar are doing. So, Zinar, does a 13 hit you, Zinar?
Yeah.
Wait. Never mind. Hold on. You're fighting.
Damn.
Never mind. You're having a boss battle right now. You are fighting a boss, right? I think you ought to know that.
I am controlling this shit, man.
So, we'll get to you in a second then, Zinar. Atlas, does a 13 hit you?
My armor points.
Yeah, armor class. Does a 13?
It's 13 armor points.
You have a 13 armor class, then that means that these two miss on you. Plus one has disadvantage anyway, and it can't even attack you, right? Never mind. That one can't attack you, so that one's out of the thing, and the other one rolled a 12, so they miss. So one slices at you. You still have your reflexes, even with that stumble, so you kind of just dodge out of the way. One's going to go for Tila.
Oh.
And does a 14 hit Tila?
Let me check. Sorry, I gotta scroll up.
No worries.
Yes.
14 hits. Alright. You will take 5 damage. Skyora, does a 13 hit you?
13?
Yeah, 13.
Yes, a 13 hits me.
Okay. That's gonna be... Oh, wow. 8 damage. And Mizu. Dumb question. Does 18 hit you? Mizu, that's gonna be 2 damage. Alright. Let's see who else. So, Zanar, you're over here, and this guy, you tried to stab his foot, and you missed. Oh no, it tinged. It went and like skidded off of his like past the armor. Like you didn't go for a joint. So he just rears his foot up and is going to kick you. Does an 11 hit you, Zanar?
What? 11. Did you say 11?
11, yeah.
No.
No. He rears his foot up to kick you, and as his foot comes forward, you like dodge out of the way, like you like roll because you're on the ground right now. So you like roll, full on barrel roll out of the way.
No, it's the Dark Souls roll.
Dark Souls roll, full on, like you just like you go between his legs and go to the like past the foot, and it feels like a freight train went by your face when the foot goes by you. He sees this. He like you hear him like a little and they upset, like disappointment, and he's gonna go for you again. If 11 didn't hit you, then I don't think a 2 will either. He goes and he tries to like bring his hand down and grab you, and you dodge him again, and yeah, he misses. Speaking of which, Zanar, it is your turn. He's still holding the crystal in his other hand. He hasn't seemed to stop that.
I'm going to use martial arts with an unarmed strike.
Okay. All right. Sure.
So it says, while you are unarmed or wielding only monk weapons, and you aren't wearing armor or wielding a shield, you can use dex instead of strength for the attack and damage rolls. You can roll your martial arts damage die in place of normal damage, and when you use the attack action on your turn, you can make one unarmed strike as a bonus action.
Okay. Cool. Okay, so that means I don't believe you're wearing armor anyway. You have your robes, the what you've got on you right now, but I don't think any of that is armor anyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then yeah, sure. Roll me hit. Oh my goodness. All right.
10. You can use dex instead of strength. Does the dex? So when it says that dex instead of strength, does that mean I could add it to my hit points or no?
Yes, it means you can add it to your hit dice.
So 12.
12. Let me check that again. Yeah. Okay. 12 hits. Strangely enough.
Oh, good.
Right. Roll damage, I guess.
Where's my D4? D4. Aha. That's a 1 plus 2 bludgeoning.
Okay.
But yeah, and then I do that bonus action.
Well, that was your first action, so you still have a
strike.
second action, and then you can do a bonus action.
Okay. So yeah, 3 points of damage.
Okay, 3 points of damage. All right. So this guy like reached for you to grab you. You like did the full. If any of you seen Attack on Titan, like put your feathered hands on his hand and flip up, run up his arm and like feather punch him. This is probably the first time he's ever seen a bird person opt to use their wings as fists. So he's a little confused.
So I'm gonna do a Talon's attack this time.
Okay, cool. I mean, hey, yeah, that'll count. And is this still unarmed strike or?
This is still martial arts.
Martial arts. Okay, go ahead and roll hit then.
Yeah, so that's 23 plus 2 is 25.
It's in the living room. Should be. Between the chairs. What again did you say?
That means I hit, right? It's an 18 plus my hit points is 5.
Oh, definitely
plus
hit.
plus that dex bonus is 25.
Yeah, definitely hits. Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, that's a 4 on a 1d4 plus 2, so that's 6 points of damage.
6 points. Nice. Okay. Yeah. So this thing, you like, you're like kind of like boxing this guy. Like you're like a slugger, like jail slugger. Like you're just going at it, and you bring up your talons, and you start like slashing at him with your claws. You know what? Just for the heck of it, go ahead and roll me another D4 for like cutting, because his face is the only part that's unarmored right now.
2.
Another 2. Okay. All right. So yeah, boom, boom, boom. Like he's getting like anyone's seen this? Like he's like wailing like like hitting himself trying to get the bird off of him, and so like anyone's seen this would just. you, you see this, and he accidentally falls over, and the crystal falls out of his hand. Back in the village, we're actually gonna, you know what? We're gonna go ahead and end initiative for now.
My bonus action.
Oh, your bonus action. Go ahead. Actually, go ahead.
Now, since do I still have to roll for the bonus action or no?
You would still. What depends on if are you trying to do another like punch and hit with it?
Well, it's an unarmed. It says right here, you can make one unarmed strike as a bonus action.
Gotcha. Yes. Okay. Then yeah, you still have to roll for hit again though. But I'll say with advantage because he is prone basically at this point.
Yeah, baby. Six plus 5 is 11.
11 does not hit. He finally kind of like you get some hits in. You're going good, and then he oh wait, I said with advantage. Is that you can roll again?
Yeah, I rolled a 2 and I rolled a 6.
Oh, 6. Yeah. 11 does not hit. No, sorry. But he kind of like finally swats you off, but not like far. Like he's gotten you off his face now, and but yeah, he's just like still wiping his face, trying to get you off until he realizes he's using both hands. Back in the village, as you guys are fighting these skeletons, I'd actually say that a lot of you you're doing fairly well with the spear and the magic and all that. And then all of a sudden, all the skeletons stop moving. Like they just straight up stop moving. For this time, anyone striking these skeletons will have advantage on hits. So, who? All right. So that's next up then. Actually, excuse me. Next up is Atlas. Atlas, you see these skeletons. One is looking at you with heart eyes. You're not sure what that's all about, but all these skeletons have stopped moving entirely. Like they're just standing there now. Some are in mid-run.
Okay. Atlas looks at the ones with like hard eyes and is like, "Oh, why are they looking at me like that?"
You hear the bones, kind of. Actually,
that's just full on, just like demonic possession.
The charmed one is actually the only one that's still moving. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm gonna say that one is still moving, but the other, its brothers and sisters, are frozen. What would you like to do, Atlas?
Like I still have consciousness, motherfucker.
Atlas would raise his sword up, have it prepared, and he would like to do like a forward slash towards this skeleton.
Okay, cool. Roll hit dice with advantage plus your strength modifier.
That's a 14.
That's a hit.
My strength is plus 6.
That's a hit. Roll damage.
And my damage, that is a 4, good sir.
A 4. Okay, so you slice at this thing, and you slice its arm off, The heart eyes disappear, but as soon as they disappear, it looks like it's about to like jump at you, and then it freezes along with the others.
Oh. Alrighty. That was weird. What?
You have another action point. What would you like to do?
Another action point. Atlas sees that it's frozen, so he takes another chance to actually cut it again.
Roll with hit dice again with advantage.
That's a 5. How did I miss that?
That's your first roll. Roll again. It's with advantage, remember?
Advantage. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're right. I rolled a 5. And the advantage point.
Advantage means you roll twice and take the higher roll.
Okay. 17. Hey.
Nice. That hits. Roll damage.
Hey.
Zanar's really helping y'all out with this advantage. 5. Okay, so you slice again, and this time it dies. But you notice after you like hit it, there's like the bones like shake for a bit and then clatter onto the ground. The other ones do not move though. None of these creatures are moving. So, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
I am a beast.
Okay, next up is the guards. They have advantage, so okay, that's all right. Okay. Nice. They start mowing down on these. Like the guards immediately see what's going on. Like they don't know why they're frozen, but they're like, "We're taking advantage of this." Like you hear the sound of clattering bones all over the village. There's not very many left. Sky Aura. There's like a couple still frozen in like movement. What would you like to do, Sky Aura? Is Skylar? Are you awake, Rose?
Uh-oh.
Rose? Huh?
Rose, you fell asleep. Holy.
I am here.
Skyara.
You sound sleep drunk.
You do sound. We'll probably actually looking at the time. We're probably gonna end in about 15 minutes, but we'll have plenty of. If anyone wants to role play before they go to bed, that's fine. Skyara, they are the skeletons are frozen in like movement around you right now, so none of them are moving for some reason. So you would have advantage on any hits you try to do against them. What would you like to try and do?
I would like to take this opportunity and use Merge Hand to grab them and chuck them into the forest.
Cool. All right. Roll me again wisdom, because I'm not sure what else.
That is a 17.
A 17. Okay. And okay, it's with advantage. Do you want to see if you crit?
Sure. And that is a not one. Yeah, I'm gonna.
You crit. You did that. Hey, you did crit. It was a critical failure. So, but yeah, 17 is a hit. Roll. Okay, I'm gonna say. Roll me. It's a mage hand, but giant's hands are pretty big. Roll me a d6.
And that's a 4.
4. Your hand. So from your heart, once again, this icy hand comes out, and you attempt, like, you move your own hand trying to grab it, and some like random person's like, you don't have to move your own hands for magic, idiot. And you grab up the skeleton and toss it. When the hand lets go of the tossed skeleton, it like stops in midair again. So that skeleton's movements will continue once the thing happens. You have a second action. What would you like to do?
Can I know I have a club. Can I go to the nearest one and just bash it with my club?
Sure thing. Go ahead. Roll me hit.
Okay.
15 hits. Roll damage.
I don't know damage.
Right. Okay, hold on. Give me a second. This is on me, honestly. I had months to prepare this, and I was not ready. Club. Hold on. Equipment. All right. Don't know why it doesn't just tell you how much damage. One d4 bludgeoning. Roll me a d4.
Okay. That got obscured. Real. Okay, I got a 4.
4. All right. So you bash this one. Its skull like goes deeper into its bony body, but it still isn't moving. Next up, we're almost done with combat actually. Tila, it's you now. You see this all going on around you. What do you do?
She's gonna do another, because she sees that it's almost over. She is going to attack with another cantrip of Sacred Flame.
All right, cool. Let me see if it does a dexterity save. That is a nat 1. Okay. Go ahead and roll me a d8 and I think I said it was a d12 on the necrotic on the radiance damage because they're undead.
Okay.
So yeah, d8 and a d.
Yeah. 4 on the
4. Okay.
D8 and 7, so 11.
So another ribbit. Sacred holy frog comes down from the sky, and actually, this one you notice is riding a lily pad as it comes crashing down and strikes. And you hear a voice in the back of your head that says, it's like, I will protect you, my child. And it goes away.
I have a frog god.
So you do this.
Dear child, I will protect thee.
You have another action point, Tila. What would you like to do?
I will be protected.
Can I do it? No, I'm not gonna do it.
You can if you want.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It is a cantrip.
Alright. He's gonna put it, like, it towards them to kind of lead them back towards the forest to kind of either kill them or have them running for the forest to retreat.
So wait, so what she's doing? She's pointing with her blade, or what?
She's pointing with her blade. She's basically trying to use the forest again, but she thinks like, okay, so this is what the forest looks like, and she's gonna do it again, and she's gonna point it at them to make them either all die in the path or get led back to retreat to the forest.
You attempt to do this, but instead, what happens? Another frog comes crashing down on a couple more, and again they fail. And you hear a voice in the back of your head going, "It's like I'm not entirely sure what it is you're doing, but still, I shall protect you, my beautiful young child."
Oh, fuck.
Trying to kill the skeletons.
Oh, here.
They're evil.
Well, I've killed them for you. You don't have to worry about it. Just chillax, my bro. Just goes.
Why does this god sound like it's like a surfer? Like, chillax, dude.
Just chillax, my dude. And it goes away. So once again, this happens. You've already used action surge. Mizu, there's one left right now and presently. You don't know about like outside of the village, but there seems to be one left. Mizu?
I'm a pin it to the ground.
Okay. You attempt to pin it to the ground. When you make it, you know what? Again, roll me a strength check with advantage if you could. Wait, I know what she's doing. Okay.
What?
What'd you roll?
What? You said with advantage, right?
Yeah, with advantage.
Okay, the first roll was 9, second roll was 16, thank God.
Cool.
That's +4.
So you come up, and with your trident, kind of like get it around the neck, staple it down. On accident, though, as you're doing this, you notice your hat falls, like slips off your head, floats down, and it lands on the skeleton.
Don't catch it.
Uh,
No.
oh boy. There's a couple seconds, and you see this creature, this skeleton, get wrapped up in petals over its whole body, get sucked into the brim of your hat, and out a like dead gray ashen flower pops out with like a bony center.
I feel scared.
And so
He's just like, I've been wearing that thing. Hold on.
yeah. Get sucked in there, and you hear your doggo go, "Ruh-roh." Combat for the so the skeletons are dead. Combat is now over. Zanar, you see this guy look like once he's gotten you off his face, he looks over at the crystal. He looks like he's about to hit you before he looks at the crystal and notices it's gone completely black. And he looks back at you and he's gonna punch you.
I
Does
do.
Oh, you do what?
Hold on. Do I have that maneuver?
You might.
I was going to do uncanny dodge, but I don't have it.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter because he rolled a 10, and if an 11 didn't hit you from before, 10 doesn't hit, I don't think. So,
Nope.
he tries to whack you away. You kind of just jump over the hand as it flies over, and you're still, like, standing on his chest right now. He's going to try and get away. We're not in combat anymore, so what do you want to try and do something as he's trying to get up?
I'll just peck at his forehead.
You peck at his forehead. How's it? He's gonna try once again. He's gonna. Okay, he manages to you peck at his forehead. He finally grabs you and throws you, and he runs off. You notice that as he runs off, the clouds above in the sky start to clear up, and the rest of you notice this as well. So, the combat is over. If anyone needs to go, go ahead, Zanar.
As I'm being thrown, I just yell, "I can fly!"
You can right. He throws you, and you roll me a d20 with advantage, DC 8, strength check.
Nat 20.
He throws you.
What's crazy is I got a nat 20 and a nat 1.
He throws you, and all of a sudden, you're soaring. Like, wait, you like realize the aerodynamics and whatnot. All you needed was a little push.
You're like, I'm a pirate, motherfucker. Look at me.
Yep, you are now flying. But with the velocity of the throwing and the fact that you're flying now, you eventually find yourself you look down and you see the others who are still in the town. Tila, the others, Skyora. Skyora's like,
wait, I don't know how to land.
That is true. If you choose to land, roll me a d20 with a dexterity check.
Oh, let's see my dexterity. Dexterity.
I'm up here looking at Genshin edits on Pinterest, and I'm scared.
What'd you get, Panda?
Dexterity save, or is this a dexterity
Just a dexterity.
check?
You know what? You are landing from a height. I will say it's a dexterity save.
Ooh, okay. Oh my god, that's another nat 20.
Okay, so you come down. You land like full on. Okay, granted, when you land, it's kind of like a like a plane landing. Like you come in, but you don't just like come straight down and like land like a bird. You like come in and you go into a run and then slow your run to a walk as you're coming to the ground. Because like that's what you're used to. So you come into the land, you're there. So all of you are there, and as that guy like threw you, ran away. A few seconds later, you hear a shatter, and the bones from the skeletons begin to dissolve, and all of you hear ah! Off into the distance. Yeah, you guys are in the middle of this village. The villagers cheer, and the guards commend you. It's like, wonderful work. You did fantastic. Here, and you each get 3 gold pieces for helping out the villagers.
Huh. So if 3 gold pieces were to be taken out of that world, what would that turn into?
I don't know.
Carrots.
Can it even come out of that world?
Oh, by the way, Tila goes up to
Stumble
the
upon.
garden.
I mean,
That's what I stumbled upon, but I'm scared.
I mean, think about it. Your carrots didn't come into this world, but yeah, Tila, you do what?
She takes a hold of Pog, hugs him, and says, "Good job, Pog." And she leans down and pets Mike and goes, "You are also very amazing. Good job, Mike."
He wags his tail, but looks away with a frown, like, it's all in a day's work.
She goes to the garden. She goes, a hero's meal would be helpful for us after a nice long battle.
A hero's what?
A hero's breakfast.
You hear a voice from behind you come up. It's like, don't worry about that, sugar. I got you right here. It's like, for helping us out with the village, my bar didn't even the tavern didn't even get messed up this time. Usually something happens. A lot of you can eat for free this morning, except for you. Points at Atlas. You already ate, and leads you all in. You guys can go ahead and.
Thank goodness I'm starved.
You guys can go ahead and eat if you want at the tavern.
Gonna feed Pog.
You feed Pog. Pog. Oh yeah, Pog actually needs to eat now. He's a biological creature, and he's like as he eats. Mike. Mike eats surprisingly cleanly. Like he's like trying to get the silverware with like his jaw. It doesn't work. He tries like daintily sipping his bowl, but he accidentally brings a pop and like splashes the soup on his face. And he attempts to eat the bread.
Offers to pick up a spoon and feed him.
Oh, he's blushing a bit, but he like, thank you. His pride's gone at this point.
I think I'm gonna eat something, to be honest.
Oh yeah. Mizu and Skyora, both of you feel hunger. You guys have to eat. Like you actually feel a need to eat food.
I gotta ask, how can Emmett eat if the chute is airtight?
You find Emmett looks up from under the basement stairs. He's like, "Is it safe to come out?
What?
Is it safe to come out?"
Yes, it's safe to come out, baby. It's safe to come out.
He comes up, sits next to you, Mizu, and he's like, you have no idea how many rats there are down there.
What?
There's a lot of rats
How
down
many
there.
rats?
There's a lot of rats down there.
While we were all attacking the skeletons, he was attacking the rats.
I was having a battle of my own. I was pretty brave, not gonna lie.
Pest control. Oh, okay. I'm surprised. I need a cat-like pet for right now. I need a cat-like pet.
Atlas?
You have Atlas.
Speaking of which, your
No,
ice wolf
I
is
don't
still
want Atlas.
your ice wolf is still there, sitting behind you.
Not teammate.
I mean, isn't Atlas a cat? What's an R?
Huh?
I just realized a dark thought. What can I eat?
You can eat the food with them, but you kind of have to. It's like it's a little bit hard to do, but you kind of like learn how to scoop up soup with your beak, like your beak was a spoon, like, and that's how you figure out how to do.
No.
Want me to break up some bread for you?
No, I know just the one.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
I'm
This
scared.
one right here.
Oh my
What did
goodness.
she send? Hold on, let me check the chat.
What did you do?
That fucking voice.
Let me see.
That will be in our drinking soup.
My God.
Let me see what you sent. Oh my goodness. What? Atlas, the food before you, you're not having much trouble eating. Like, it's pretty good. Skyora, I assume, is sitting next to you, and she's a very big lady. The presence of her body reminds you that the bed you woke up on this morning, whatever it was extremely cold and soft. But also kind of like soft, as in like it's tense but soft.
Yeah.
That's Atlas right now.
I hope I don't.
Why does that cat make me think of Hocus Pocus?
Sabrina.
Sabrina's a teenage witch.
Yep.
So what do you
Salem Saberhagen.
So you guys eat your food, and what happens? Like,
I
what do
share
you
my
guys?
food with Atlas.
Okay.
Because
Your master's
it's because like she said that for everyone else the food is free, but except for you, Atlas. So she shares her food with you, so that you at least get something for free. This was Skylar. Okay, so the question is who's eating like that, Skylar or Atlas?
Doesn't matter.